Do it the right way. Do it legally. Are you dumb or are you just ignorant? Ignorance is not a bad thing. It's just that you don't know something. Now, at the end of this video, we will determine whether you are dumb or whether you were just ignorant and now you're knowledgeable. Now you got a little bit of knowledge. Let's talk about the whole non-domicile thing that everybody seems to talk about. Now, there's a couple things that we need to get out the way. First of all, if you are brought over here, those that are brought over here to drive a truck from other countries, importing drivers from other countries to come drive a truck here because of the driver shortage, we don't need you here. I'm sorry to tell you, but we don't need you here. We have plenty of truck drivers that are capable of driving trucks here in the United States. Why aren't we doing that? Because you guys have brought the prices of everything down. Now, I'm not going to blame just you. Mainly, actually, the bigger blame is on the large corporations that are paying for you guys to come over here. They're the ones that are lining their pockets off of your back, and you are getting paid pennies on the dollar to be able to transport things, and you're bringing the rates down. So those guys, we don't need you here. Number two, if you're here illegally, if you don't have any documentation, I get it, but I hope you get your butt busted by one of these DOT officers and gets locked up and sent back to your country for trying to drive a semi without being here legally. Sorry, that sounds cruel, but it's the reality of things. Now, the one that we're here for, the one that we're going to change whether we become dumb or you become a little knowledgeable, is Daca recipients. Now, Daca recipients were brought here when they were very, very little, and they are legally here. They have the Daca documentation, so they are legally here. But they cannot become citizens. They cannot become residents of this country. They have been dangled this whole thing by the Republicans and by the Democrats for many, many years, and nobody gets their head out of their ass long enough to help these people out. The last president that helped anybody out was Reagan, and that's how my parents became legal here in this country, and that's how I became legal myself. Now, the only way that these people can become legal is by marrying an American citizen, but that can also land you in jail. So what if you're just getting your documentation, you're just trying to get your documentation and you're marrying a U.S. citizen just for that reason? Well, now you're committing a federal crime. Now, hopefully you are in love with that person and everything works out, and I wish you the best if you're doing it the right way. Other than that, there is no path for the Daca recipients. These people speak perfect English, probably better English than you do. And that's where my problem is. Why can't we help them out? And why are some of you trying to get rid of them when they have no fault at all and they were brought here when they were little? So now that you have this information, you can have a little bit of knowledge, and you can stop being ignorant. But if this doesn't sink in, then unfortunately, it is what it is. You're just dumb. Do your own research. Don't just listen to what I have to say. Talk to DACA recipients, because they'll speak English just like you, and they will give you all the facts. Be good, be safe, and as always, fam, God bless. Peace.